Hello, everybody. How is it going? Today we're taking a look at Law in OP03. Honestly, I feel like this will not come as a surprise, but he is still just as good, and there really are not many changes made to the deck. Pretty much all that's changed is the inclusion of Basil and one X-Drake and more Rush Zoros, and just kind of no Vistas. And honestly, I definitely still think that Vista is a good card. I feel like you can definitely still play him, but it just depends how much Zoro I guess you're really seeing. And there will still be other decks like yellow and black, like that Vista just doesn't feel that great into. So that is pretty much it, really. Nothing crazy about the deck list. I got only 2 games today. Had a third, but I went a little bit like, bruh, why does everyone keep doing this? Please. If you don't want to play the game out, just scoop. You don't have to sit here and make me think I'm like, oh, he's thinking, but then he just never comes back, bro. Come on. Stop doing this. But, yeah, let's hop into the games. Alright. We have an ace. In theory, this matchup should be hard unless we see a ton of searchers, and it looks like we did pretty good at that. This matchup definitely just depends on if he sees Fire Fist at a good time and is able to just not let us get our board developed really early. So we'll see how it goes. Well, we decided to go first. I usually like going second with Law just to see the extra card and have the extra Dawn to build my board. But I figured I kind of want to be aggressive against Ace. And like if I have to play on curve like 1-3-5, like it doesn't feel terrible. Although I feel like that is a worse idea than just playing a bunch of searchers if I have the searchers because of Fire Fist. But Nami grabs a Zoro. He plays an Izo. Let's see what he grabs. I believe he grabbed the 1-cost search spell, so Izo without the body. And he plays down another Izo. And he grabs a Jozu, just basically a 2K counter. Our hand is definitely very red heavy. We definitely want to see I mean, right now it doesn't really matter. It just matters when we actually get to our turn that we can use our leader effect. We pick up a Brook, swing for 5. That's what we always do. We're using all that Dawn on anything but attacking. Probably play a Nami here. We could just drop the Zoro and not use the effect, but I think the reason I didn't is just because if he has the Fire Fist, he just clears my Nami and my Zoro, and then I'm like left with nothing. So I figured I'll just play down the Brook and just not use the effect. I definitely could have started my turn with the Brook and swung for 7 instead of 5, but it didn't end up mattering because he took the hit anyway. So yeah, I guess not punished, but it's all good. We'll pass it back to him. He'll be on 4 Dawn. He can Fire Fist me now. I would think this would be a good as time as ever if he has it. Just because, I mean, I know I don't have any more searchers, but he wouldn't. But still seems like a decent time. Just kind of cut me off early. But we'll see what he ends up doing. I'm so iffy on the Ace deck. It feels like it's red, and red has a lot of good cards, but I just feel like it doesn't apply as much pressure as both the other like red decks that are prominent. Even you can even count Law, so like Law, Whitebeard, and Zoro both feel like I'm under a lot more pressure when I play against them than Ace. I just feel all of his attackers are kind of higher end, and he doesn't really abuse the low end stuff as much. I'm sure you could play the Dawn and Ace. It'd probably still be good. I don't know if he is playing the Dawn or not, but I definitely still think it'd be good. But I imagine he's swinging for 7. I don't really think he has to do that. I would take it regardless, but that's fair. He's fast out of it there. It's taking a second. He probably just forgot to click cancel on the when you're attacking type of thing. He also might have discarded that by accident, I don't know. Or maybe not. He could just be getting aggressive. But he does swing 5 with the Izo, so doesn't really have any other plays. No Fire Fist. We thank God. Because now next turn we should be able to develop our 5 characters. Definitely just trade our Nami into that Izo, because we can always just bounce it. We don't have a blocker law, so we'll see. I do have the Bonnie though, because I can go Bonnie, activate Bonnie, and then drop another 1-drop. I do not find a blocker law, but we grab another Zoro, most likely, or just another Bonnie. Okay, we like to take another Bonnie. That's fair. That's fair. I cannot play this Bonnie though and search again. I have to play either the beige or the Makino or one of them. I like to go with the beige, I think, just because I did just kind of take 2 damage a little bit willy-nilly. So I want to have 1 blocker down, but, you know, it definitely could apply more pressure by playing the Makino instead of the beige there. I think I just wanted to keep all my 2Ks in hand and get that blocker down, because beige also doesn't have any counter. He's thinking about this 5. He'll know we have 1 more 5 with our leader. He has a lot of cards in hand. To be fair, he's only played Searchers, and that's it, so. Alright, he Radical Beams, or discards Radical Beam for a 1K counter. Okay. We'll go 5 again with our leader. He is donking. I'd imagine he could pretty safely take this. And he does. Let's see if we get hit by a trigger. Looks like he's thinking on it. Could just be like a Radical Beam trigger or a guard point. Might just be reading it. Okay, so he hits, okay, so didn't trigger anything. Just took him a bit to think about it, I guess. Wait, no, he did trigger something. What did he trigger? I'm so confused. Oh, he triggered Whitebeard Pirates. Okay. So maybe he was just weighing his options there, and that's why it took a little bit. Plays down the Marco. KOs my Beji. And I'd imagine he'd definitely wants to swing Izo into the Nami, because that's kind of free. And challenge my Zoro if he wants. So he swings for 6, discarding another Radical Beam. I kind of don't like using that part of Ace. Unless you're going for game, I feel like just discarding a card for an extra, at least that number. Maybe if he put 1 Dawn on Ace and then swung and discarded a card for 7, I could understand that. But swinging for 6, I feel like isn't worth it. Also, he didn't swing with his Izo, which I feel like is a kind of a big misplay, because he just kind of gave me free board space. But alright, fair enough. We'll just go another 5. We still don't have a blocker law, so I guess we're probably just getting aggressive here. We save the 1 Dawn in case something gets blown up. And if nothing gets blown up, we have the 1 Dawn for our Radical Beam. I doubt he'll take this 5 anyway, but we'll see. He counters for 2K. That's the Jozu from the very beginning of the game. We'll go 1 more 5 with our leader. Counters out of that 1 as well with an Otama. We'll use our leader effect, grab back to Brook, play a Restand Law, restand our Zoro, swing for another 5. And this is where I get Flame Emperor triggered. I could have played around it, but I think I just wanted to leave 1 up for the Radical Beam, because I have no blockers. And technically he has 3 attacks, but I mean, I doubt he'd go for game, because I still have 7 cards in hand. And I believe I searched that Radical Beam, so he should know that I have it. Counters for 1K with the 5-drop Marco. And we'll pass it back. So now he's on 8 Dawn. He'll Fire Fist my Restand Law. I'd imagine he could go for my life. But again, he should know that I have the Radical Beam. But in theory, it kind of doesn't matter what he goes for, just because I can Radical Beam and 2K at pretty much every attack. Even if he puts that extra Dawn on his leader. He will swing. Let's see. Discards a couple cards. Thinking if he wants to discard more. He'll swing 10 at my leader. We will Radical Beam and 2k out of it. He'll swing 6 at my Rush Zoro. We will 2k out of that as well. And surely he swings... Okay, no, he still doesn't swing with his Izo. That's definitely something you should be doing. Everyone should be doing. If you got little blockers, or not little blockers, little like searchers, and your opponent has arrested one, you might as well trade with them. There's no reason not to. Almost no reason. If you have like Makinos or Dodons like your Zoro, and you want to just go for life, fair enough. But in a matchup like this, definitely clear my Bonnie with that Izo. We'll just go 5 at life. He'll take. And he concedes. Alright. Game 3. Oh, actually, game 2. It would have been game 3. But now we're up against Zoro. Bro's named Be Oranged. I like that name. I don't know exactly what it means, but I like it. We get a pretty good start. See the Dodon go in second. That's always a good sign. And we see Basil, so maybe we'll actually get to play Basil this game. He'll just play a Sunny turn 1, plays a Dodon turn 2, grabs a Magra. Could swing with the Sunny this turn if he wants to. He'll swing 5 at my life with his leader. And he will use the Magra to swing for 6. I think I'm... Okay, we don't take it. Fair enough. Want to be a little bit safe against Zoro. We'll swing 5 at the Sunny. We don't have any way of clearing his little bodies this turn. If we were playing Vista, it sure would be great, but we are not, so we'll just have to rough it out a little bit. We'll play our Rush Zoro and Beji. We're not going to swing with the Rush Zoro because we want to keep him on board, so we can use our leader as soon as possible. He'll play a Buggy and grab a pistol. Alright, well, at least he used his whole turn to pistol my Zoro. Better than me trying to protect it, so I'll take that. So we're on 6. We draw Nami. We'll grab a Chopper off the Nami. We'll play our Dodon. We'll grab a Makino. We'll play the Chopper most likely, or one of our Choppers. We'll swing for 5 first. I would imagine first, just in case, because we don't want to have our Basil down when he could potentially trigger a Jet Pistol. So yeah, we'll play our Chopper after. We'll bounce the Dodon to play our Basil. We'll pass it back. He drops another Dodon. He grabs a Chopper. 1 Dawn on leader, the Zoro classic. He can go definitely very wide this turn. He'll swing 7 at my life. We'll block with Beji, because most of the other attacks should be pretty low to the ground. Oh, never mind, you had a Makino. So we're eating a 7. We might just elect to take this. We're probably taking at least 1 damage this turn. Well, maybe not, maybe not. He plays a Chopper, and then plays another Chopper. I feel like that's exactly what Zoro doesn't want to do. You definitely want to keep your board up, because I'm going to swing at them, so they're kind of your blockers, but fair enough. Also, I cannot KO this Buggy. I swear to God. Every card I play in this list is just... what I should have done, I guess, is put a Dawn on Nami and swung at it. That could have worked. But I always forget that Buggy just has that random effect. It's so annoying. But we'll play the Dawn. We'll pick up an Otama. We can swing with Basil. He can use a Chopper. I would like him to use a Chopper so I get value off of Basil this turn. He does not use a Chopper. Sad. But the correct play. We'll swing 5. I'll block it. We kind of don't have any great targets to use our leader effect. I think I was trying to figure out a way to keep up my Radical Beam here. Let's see what we end up doing. Play the Chopper. Use the effect. We'll bounce Nami to play the Beji, and we'll pass with 2 down up. Not the greatest turn, but we're playing it a bit safe, and he immediately slams down the Whitebeard. Alright, pop off. But we have the Basil, so if we can keep this Basil around, we can actually pretty efficiently contest the Whitebeard. I'll Radical Beam out of this, and he'll probably just pass it back. Yep. We draw a Blocker Law. That is fantastic. Exactly what we want to see right about now. We'll go 2 down on leader, swing 7. He'll 1k out. Going big? No. Okay, we decided to swing with the Dodon. I like that. And we'll probably go 1 Dawn on Basil. Swing for another 7. Leave 1 extra Dawn in case I get, like, pistoled off of life. He counters out of that one. We'll use our leader. Grab back to Dawn. Play our Law. Bounce back our other to Dawn. And, probably just play, another Searcher. We'll grab a Chopper. Maybe should have just replayed the Dodon looking for a 2k counter instead of Nami, but I mean Nami can also find Brook. It just kind of depends what I end up seeing. He will play a Nami and grab another Jet Pistol and immediately Jet Pistol or Law. Normal stuff. He'll put 2 on Whitebeard, most likely challenging our Basil. We're definitely going to defend this the best we can, because it will be our way to out the Whitebeard. Oh, okay. He does not put more Dawn on his leader to swing at my Basil, so we don't have to worry about defending that. We'll probably still defend this life. And we do. He'll play a Buggy. I assume miss off Buggy, and then put 2 down on his other Buggy and swing for 5 at my life. And we'll defend with one of our Otamas. We get a Restand Law. Great draw. We're top decking like a god right now. Here we go. Gotta out this Buggy. We'll go 1 down on Nami, swing at the Buggy. There's no way he defends this. He's an absolute savage if he does. He's definitely thinking about it. He lets it go. So because we want to build back our board, and Otama just works with helping us out the Whitebeard, so we will player -2 to the Whitebeard, then swing 8 with Hawkins. He only has 1 card, so I'm guaranteed outing this Whitebeard. Because even if he counters now, I'll just restand and swing at it again. And he'll be down 1 more card. He does let it go. Still have 6 Dawn to work with, so definitely easy to fill up our board right now. Probably want to get a Chopper down, because it can't be popped anymore, which is definitely nice. We'll play a Rush Zoro, most likely. We can play like Rush Zoro and then Chopper. Oh, no, we're going with the Dawn. The Dawn, grab a Makino because we want more counters. 4 Dawn to work with. I think I'm just thinking what the correct order is here. I'll swing with 8 with Hawkins. Yeah, you can only have a 2k in hand, so that's a guaranteed hit. Play the Chopper. Use our leader effect. Grab back the Otama. Or restand our Hawkins. We'll put the last Dawn on him and swing for 9, because again, that's another guaranteed hit. And then we'll just swing a 5 with our leader, and he will counter out of that one. We'll pass it back. So we're in a really good spot right now. We pretty much just have to live this turn, and we should be able to win on the crackback. So we'll see how it goes. Still have 2 life. That's like healthy enough, honestly. We have 3 2Ks in hand, so should be okay. We will use one of the 2Ks to get out of that attack. We'll go down on Buggy, swing another 5. Now, I'm not sure if I was supposed to take this, but I did. So we do get a 1k counter, so I guess it's not as scary. There might have been a way he could kill me. I don't know. He needs 2 Dawn for each of those guys to attack, so no, yeah, it was fine taking that. Even if he had like a Zoro, he would have only been able to swing with 1, and he does concede. Thanks for watching, guys.